The son of Afrobeat legend Fela Kuti spoke of his father's bravery in using music as a weapon ahead of an immersive exhibition opening at the Paris Philharmonic on Thursday. Fela Kuti praised his father as someone who was adamant and focused towards his music and his community.
He was the voice of the voiceless, because at that time there was no voice that was speaking about the corruption or the ills that were happening in society at that time. Nobody was brave enough to come out and stand and combat any military dictator at that time. Fela was the only one. So he saw his music as a force, a weapon to pass this very important message against authority, against colonization, against corrupt African governments. So it was a weapon for him.
The Paris Philharmonic is paying homage to Fela Kuti by recreating the atmosphere of his sweaty political charged nightclub in Nigeria, the shrine that became a beacon for global stars in the 1970s, including Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney.
Fela was never mainstream, but that's the irony. But most of the mainstream, the Beatles were listening to Fela, Paul McCartney, John Lennon, everybody was listening to Fela, but Fela's music just never got the airplay that they had. And when you read the autobiography of Miles Davis, he says it blatantly. He said Fela's Afrobeat will be a force to be reckoned with in the future. So any top musician understood the force of Fela's music at that time.
Fela's politics have also remained potent. Kuti was harassed throughout much of his life by the military authorities in Nigeria for his relentless criticism of the corruption and violent misrule. Fela came out of Africa with this incredible sound that caught the ears of everybody. To use this music as a political weapon and message that caught the attention of the world, and especially France, maybe because of the connection to his own rebellions.